So here I am, washing my car for the first time in about 2 months. I recently moved, so I haven't really had any time. I've just been going back and forth nonstop. Also, transporting 4 vehicles was a fun time. Just a series of clips I took with me voicing over. I attempted to record outside, but my neighborhood was dead silent, and it was quite awkward, looking like I'm talking to myself out there. My neighbors were probably concerned. Over the years, I've always considered uploading videos to YouTube, but just never actually pulled the trigger. I naturally just like to take pictures and videos of all the car shows I went to. There's been way too many, though I've been kind of slacking recently. But yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead and start with my daily driver. It's a 2016 Volkswagen GTI. It's the newest thing I've ever owned. It's quite comfortable. I've had it for about 3 years and I love it. This next vehicle is the one probably most people know me by, my 1987 GMC Crew Cab Square Body Dually. That's definitely a mouthful. Um, I've had it for about 5 years and I've just slowly worked on it over time. It is on air ride. I've bagged it all the way around. In the rear, I kind of got a little ridiculous and decided to do Firestone triple bellow semi truck bags instead of just regular bags, because why not? I just got some regular Slam Specialties SS7s in the front. Uh, to go along with it, I did the 10 lug Alcoa wheels. I really wanted those. I love the look. They're the 24-inch, 24.5s. I've had milled down to 24s, and I will say they're a lot of rotating mass, especially the adapters. I have technically 72 lug nuts from the 8 to 10 lug adapters. That's some solid metal. In this clip, you'll see that I decided that having a bag dually wasn't enough. I decided to wall it, which I was into car audio prior. I've had multiple walled vehicles, but I decided to add it in here because why not? I have 6 Sundown XV215s in a B-pillar flat wall running on a Sundown Salt 8K. Right now I just have small lithium bank with a Mechman 370 Elite alternator. My third vehicle is nothing too crazy. It's just an '04 Jeep Cherokee. I completely rebuilt the suspension. I had to replace everything because it's got quite high mileage. I did a 3-inch lift kit with an aftermarket adjustable track bar and stuff like that. I do just have some random 16-inch wheels on it. And I will say I have the Falcon Wild Peaks, and I love those tires. They are quite nice. This thing is all-wheel drive, so it's quite handy to have, especially when it snows, even though it only snows 2 times. But I don't really go off-roading a whole lot, but I will eventually. It's just this thing still needs a lot of work. This is my newest project. I guess I would say it's kind of an impulse. I've always liked this style truck, but just didn't really pull the trigger on buying one. But recently I found one on Marketplace just browsing, which Marketplace is the bane of my existence. I've spent way too much money on there, but it's usually stuff I want. But I found this thing locally, and it's pretty unique. I bought the most extreme model possible, which is good and bad. There's so many different versions of this truck, but this is basically the semi-truck model. It has a 8.2 Detroit diesel, which is really cool. I haven't had it's been a long time since I've owned a diesel, and this is an old. It's wild. It's a two-stroke V8, but the motor I researched weighs 1,100 pounds, which is quite insane. It has a 5-speed manual Spicer transmission and a 2-speed air-actuated axle. I guesstimate it weighs about 10,000 pounds, but I actually haven't gotten it on a scale yet. I will say tilting the cab is definitely a wild experience. It's the first I've seen in person, but it is quite heavy. I'm kind of indecisive at the moment on which way I want to go with this thing. I kind of want to do like a rat rod style truck because I've never done it before. Well, I guess my dually is pretty chopped up, so I guess it's kind of close. But I don't know. Uh, I'm thinking about maybe. Well, right now I'm just gonna try to fix it up. It needs a lot of work. I mean, it's running and driving. The only thing I had to do is just replace the master and slave cylinder and just a whole new line. I mean, it shifts no problem, but it still needs a lot of things adjusted, greased, oil change. Just all the fluids, probably radiator. I mean, there's no telling this thing's pretty old, but I think it's kind of cool that it was a old roadway truck, which I'm trying to remove the spray paint because one of the previous owners, I don't know who, decided to paint over it, and they did it the worst way possible. And the paint's so old, it's kind of a pain to get off at the moment. I'm trying to preserve the sticker, which luckily the company doesn't exist anymore, so I don't have to worry about any, I guess, legal issues. But I would like to keep the cab kind of the way it is, just clean it up. I mean, just to kind of preserve, I suppose, history, but still do everything else I want to it. I just need to just do some maintenance on it, and I think I might try to, you know, put some plating over the frame so you can, at least step up there. And I kind of want to take it to the rod run in a few weeks, but I don't know if I'll make it. But yeah, this is basically it. This is my first video, so we'll see where it goes from here. Dale, yeah, brother.